Wait. Are you still in May?
Yep.
Yep.
Last show of May.
Cool. Because I was about to say, we're entering the month of June, but then I did the math. I was like, oh, that ain't right.
Yeah. One off.
We are at the final show in the month of May for Monday Night Raw. And come SmackDown, it'll be the first show of June here in the year 2004.
What a year it was.
Josiah, what do you got?
So we open up Monday Night Raw here on the 31st of May 2004 with the King of the Ring, whatever the one before quarterfinals is. Be honest with you, 12-hour shift, no idea. But it is Ric Flair coming out with Triple H going one-on-one with Carlito.
Okay.
Caribbean Cool.
I would wager that Rick has probably wrestled his daddy.
At least a few times. Actually,
I think it's almost a guarantee.
I think it's a guarantee.
So in the last video, I thought Billy Kidman hadn't wrestled Lance Storm, and then I looked it up and I popped up the graphic saying, "Oh, this match didn't happen."
Sweet.
So I'll probably do the same thing for
Who won that one?
Carlos Colon and. Oh, I didn't look at the winner
Results.
loser. I just
Gotcha.
looked at.
You just
I
looked to see if it happened.
Yeah, I just looked to see what
How
happened.
about I say? Thank God for K's match. But yeah, now I'm pretty confident Ric Flair's wrestled Carlos. He's wrestled a lot in Puerto Rico.
Absolutely.
It's like notoriously, had to lose the title so he wouldn't get killed.
Puerto Rico was known for very serious time, so I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I was about to say it's still real to me, damn it. But anyway, Carlito is coming out with William Regal, Eddie Guerrero on commentary like he has been for at least all the Raw.
The beautiful part about this is Regal and Helmsley were a tag team in WCW wrestling.
Southern wrestling. Obviously, Ric Flair is the dirtiest player in the game, and William Regal is the gentleman villain, and Carlito is a heel. So, a lot of cheating in this match. A lot of high-level cheating. We're going to go ahead and skip towards the end of it. So, Regal attempts to cheat on Carlito's behalf. He places the brass knuckles in the corner of the ring and then begins to distract the ref. However, while he is doing that, Scotty 2 Hotty comes out, pulls him off the apron, and fights him to the back. As the ref goes to try and break up the two of them and get them sent to the back, Carlito swings with the brass knucks, but Rick, dirtiest player in the game, is able to dodge and nail a perfectly executed low blow onto Carlito. This is when Billy Gunn slides in, nails a famous on Carlito drive-by style.
Drive-by style, I like that.
And then Ric Flair pulls the knuckles off Carlito's hand, nails him with him, tosses him to Triple H to hide the evidence, and then applies the figure 4. And Rick is doing all the theatrics, holding it in as best he can. Referee obviously slides in, sees Carlito's shoulders on the mat. 1, 2, 3. Ric Flair has won with the figure 4, I think, for the first time since AEW's, been born. At least by pinfall, for sure. But
well, in the early days, he was just an executive, so
yeah.
It wouldn't be surprising if that was
yeah,
the
I'm
case.
about to say, wouldn't change the game for sure. But Ric Flair has secured a victory. It is at this moment that the brackets come up showing the Raw end of the King of the Ring tournament, and we see the quarterfinal matches that will be happening next week. It will be Randy Orton versus Rob Conway. And if you did your math, yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. It is the Nature Boy Ric Flair versus the defending Heartbreak King Shawn Michaels.
Whose side will Triple H be on? His best friend or his mentor?
Man, unfortunately, that is not even the story.
Oh,
But we'll get to that.
best friend, bitter enemy, all those things.
All those things all together. Anyway, Eddie says he's excited to see how these matches will play out, but it doesn't make a difference because he's the champ, and the champ is going to retain no matter who wins the King of the Ring, whether on Raw or SmackDown. So, we go to commercial. We come back from commercial, and we are rushed backstage by Todd Grisham, who says, we gotta go now. He's dragging the cameraman along. While this is happening, we get up. I wouldn't be very particular. So picture-in-picture apparently was not invented until 2006, which I didn't know. Have what's called multivision. which is just 2 screens at the same time, but like they kind of split the.
Yeah. It's like the simulcast of Raw and Nitro.
Exactly like that. They do the same thing, but are using the multivision to show us what happened during the break. So, after we went to commercial break after the previous match, Eddie was seen shaking hands with JR and shaking hands with Jerry the King Lawler. As he's getting ready to leave commentary, he turns and is gored by Rhino, completely out of his boots. John Cena comes out and proceeds to repeatedly punch Eddie Guerrero multiple times with a chain wrap fist, busting Latino Heat open. And he hits him so many times it's almost uncomfortable. Like the crowd is kind of in a stunned silence. That's how uncomfortable this is. Just to see Eddie brutalized in this manner. Once Cena has his fill, Rhino picks Eddie's unconscious body up and walks with Cena to the back. We now exit the multivision to get back on Grisham, who has finally caught up to where the action is happening, which is inside Eric and Tori's office. Eddie is still bleeding over Rhino's shoulder, and Cena is holding both the AEW Undisputed Championship and the AEW Evolve Championship. John Cena hands over the Evolve title and tells Eric he wants his match next week. And as he walks out with the Undisputed belt, Rhino drops Eddie at the feet of Eric Bischoff and Tori Wilson.
Next week? That's nuts.
I know, isn't it?
Are we in Boston?
No. Unfortunately not this time.
I was just thinking, because it's like that's a good reason to...
That's good hometown energy, right?
Yeah.
Nah. Don't worry. All will be revealed with time.
Isn't that where...
Not in this episode, but... Next
Sure.
episode.
But isn't that where he won the IC title?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes.
That feels...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. In the
100%.
retirement tour.
Yeah, because, he's undefeatable in Boston.
Yeah.
So I probably should have checked to see if he was in Boston.
But that's okay. I was just thinking, like, it gave me that kind of feeling.
Next up, we have Rob Conway with Rico going one-on-one with the Rob Conway will be going one-on-one with the Brooklyn Brawler tune-up match to get ready for next week's quarterfinal match with Randy Keith Orton. He wins with the ego trip because I think the Brooklyn Brawler's won 2 matches his whole career.
Well, and I would love to, and I'll look this up, but I would love to know if Brawler has wrestled Cowboy Bob. Because that could be part of the logic behind taking him on. He's getting ready for the Orton family.
It's a really good possibility.
Pretty good chance, yeah, for sure.
I'm about to say, I don't think Randy has a cast he can exploit, but other than that, got the exact same superplex, if nothing else. Rico raises Rob's hand and gets on the mic and says that Rob Conway is going to dominate Randy Orton next week and move on to become King Conway, which actually doesn't sound too bad. So we'll see if that happens. Since we're on a roll with the Jobbers, we also have Tommy Dreamer and Steven Richard going 2-on-2 with a couple of local competitors. One's number 7 and number 15 and 1/4. Legends of the game. They are, however, soundly defeated. It's a big moment because the Spicoli driver is hit. Tommy Dreamer does get the pin.
Yeah, so Benji Streamer's loving it.
So Benji is over the moon.
Yes, sir.
Exactly what he wanted to see. After the match, they get on the mic as well and call out the AEW Tag Team Champions of the world and demand that they have a championship match at the King of the Ring pay-per-view.
At the Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio.
Nationwide Arena. Again, I love the fact it's in Ohio. That's awesome. But the challenge is put out. We will see if that is accepted in the future.
Cool.
We are backstage, Team Angle locker room. Charlie Haas and Benjamin are still bickering with each other. Stacy eventually is fed up and just tells them both to shut the hell up. Stacy says, since you both clearly can't stand each other right now, since Haas has a rematch with Scotty 2 Hotty to contend with in 2 weeks, he's going to need to prepare for that. So Scotty match in 2 weeks. After that, she says, take that time to figure out how you guys can get over this and get back to being a team. He then leaves. Benjamin leaves with her. And then Jackie tells Haas to ignore both of them because it doesn't matter what they say because you're a champion and they're not.
Can I tell you what was happening in my brain?
Let me hear it.
Jackie Gaeta could not keep her hands off her man and her champion.
Oh, no.
Like, she is just all into Charlie Haas. And don't get me wrong, fine-looking young man.
I'm about to say, handsome young man.
But the reason I had this thought going on in my head is because if Stacy is is driven by her brains and the success of the duo,
Yeah.
then I feel like Jackie Gata should be driven by some other more primal force. There are folks that say the diamonds, or in this case gold, are women's best friends. So
You know what? And that's a fair statement, my friend. I can't even argue with it. So I will accept your suggestion as, I mean, it still works with the story. So.
yeah, and it's just a visual
Indicator.
Yes.
Yes, I'm with you. And now we are in the main event of the evening. You know how I love main events, Oz. And we got a big one tonight. It is, well, as I've told everybody last week, the final match for Jackie Moore, a.k.a. Jacqueline, who comes out with the Black Widow Alliance, and she is wrestling Lita for the AEW World Championship. So, it's a good match between the two of them. Since I already spoiled what the hell happens, because, I mean,
Yes.
Jackie's leaving,
Of
so
course.
she's not winning the title.
Of course. She's not pulling a CM Punk.
At least not now.
Not showing off the title in the refrigerator.
Yes. But they do have a very good match. After the match, Lita shakes hands with Jackie and raises her hand. I'm assuming the crowd would applaud at this point.
I feel like it, yeah.
Yep. Then Ivory and Victoria are standing there applauding as well. They help her up the ramp because, had a tough match and whatnot. Losing to the champ, no shame in it. As Jackie is leaving the ring with the Black Widow Alliance, Lita continues to celebrate as champion when she's dragged out by Jazz, who power bombs her through the Timekeeper's table and holds up the World Championship to end the show.
I like it a lot. Thank you for being here at Mr. Super Oz. This video is going out, and this channel only exists because I, Oz, founded Gamble Comics, which first release was Everlasting Survivors, a 68-page graphic novel called All Day Long. Available now. Follow the link in the description that will take you to gamblecomics.com. While there you can get hats, shirts, posters, much more, but most importantly, the story itself. As was previously announced, this SmackDown is coming to you from Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It's June the 3rd, 2004.
Oh, did they put their hands over their hearts in Canada?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But the show opens with a video package celebrating the Star Wars heroes of Canada. Whether it be Stu Hart, Bret Hart, Pat Patterson,
Owen Hart.
the list goes on of classic lineage when it comes to wrestlers from the area. And as we start moving into the modern current age, we see folks like Sylvan and Test, Lance Storm, Edge, and as the package comes to a close,
To the great Canadians of today, along with the great Canadians of tomorrow.
the package fades away, and we open with Paul Heyman smiling devilishly on stage, and
That's a tough word.
he introduces Canada's own Test. The music plays,
This is a...
Yes. So the reason that Paulie is smiling is because Test comes out to the ring dragging the lifeless corpse of Paul London, and Test is happily holding his fast-paced style championship. Paul and Test make their way out to the ringside area. And
Paul essentially Test manager now?
he's just a big fan. So Paulie joins commentary with Taz and Michael Cole, and as Paul is putting over his love and admiration for the big man, we hear, "Who's that jumping out the sky?"
R-E-Y.
And Rey Mysterio is making his way out, and the funny thing about this match is Rey Mysterio is not from Canada,
No.
and Test is.
Yep.
However,
I can guess the crowd reaction.
I was going to say, this crowd does not care about the local man. They only care about the good man.
Wow, you're saying we're not in Bizarro World, Cole?
So, when Lawler and Jim Ross would say Bizarro World, I didn't always feel like it was the case. So this year specifically, when SummerSlam is in Canada,
Yes.
the fans aren't for Edge.
Nope.
The fans are more on the side of Orton than they are of Benoit.
Yep.
And the list goes on. So it's not as though that they have to be for the hometown hero.
I about to say those Canadians love what they love.
Well, and let's be real. No, I mean no knock when I say this about Andrew Martin, but Rey Mysterio is a superior wrestler. And so I think that what the Canadian crowd likes is good wrestling.
Indeed.
However,
And I can respect that.
Ray does fall to test.
Damn it.
Spoiler for this show. We're in Canada,
Yeah.
and just about every match, scratch that, every match has a Canadian in it. So
It's better than me. I just had a show in Canada. Well, I booked 2 of my 19 Canadians. I have no idea how many Canadians I got.
So after Test wins, Paulie comes in and he embraces him, and
He's just so proud.
we go backstage and we get a promo from Sylvain and Nunzio. Nunzio's hyping up Sylvain, but in the back we see Evan Weiss, the man who last week was excited to watch the 3-way dance match, and the week prior he was not excited. Yes. And the week prior, he was not excited to listen to Gene Ole Dinsmore talk on the Las Vegas Strip. But we see Evan Weiss in the background racing to speak with Paulie as he and Test come through the curtain. And the only thing we hear of this exchange is...
How does this guy that we don't know get backstage at a SmackDown show?
So what we... Oh, I've got stories. I'll tell you about that. But... well, all we hear is Paulie say, "What balls?" This week's accentuating feature is the pride of Evan Weiss. The idea that he believes in himself so strongly that he's willing to forego any good common sense, and Paulie is blown away by that. Now, the conclusion of Sylvain's promo basically is that he will do what Nunzio did last week and continue to humiliate Rene Dupree tonight. But after...
I like that consistency.
So after the promo, we see more Canadian history being celebrated. This time we see highlights of Gail Kim, who is from Canada, Trish Stratus, who's from Canada, and 2/3 of the Devil's Advocates. Now, granted, we can still have Kane in the package, but...
yeah, I mean, listen, he's standing next to him all
Yes.
the time. I feel like it counts.
Chris Jericho and Christian Cage are highlighted in this iteration of... After that, Sylvain and Nunzio are shown coming out, and Rene Dupree gets a hero's welcome from the
Right,
crowd.
I keep forgetting he's Canadian.
Well, and he's...
Is he French-Canadian?
They were both presented in that way, but I forget which one I made the French representative and the other one was Canadian representative. Really doesn't matter in the grand
Don't make a
scheme of things.
difference in the larger portion.
So it's just that Renee is the babyface in the storyline.
Yes, yes.
And so, 2 matches down, and 2 times in a row, the heel goes over.
I can't believe it.
So the crowd is getting tore up.
Yeah.
So Sylvain, he is able to overtake Rene Dupree because of Nunzio helping him. And post-match, we hear from John Bradshaw Layfield. He says,
clothesline and arm.
he says in a backstage segment that either tonight Maven Huffman will defeat Lance Storm for the television title, or I have a big... Either the absolute Maven Huffman will defeat a Canadian wrestler, Lance Storm, who wants to be as good as I, JBL,
There you go.
am, or after the match, I'm going to raise the stakes. So either way, something important will happen tonight in the main event. So, in the semi-main event match
All right.
is the SmackDown King of the Ring Finals.
Yeah, that's right.
Edge, obviously Canadian,
You know me.
taking on Gene Ole Dinsmore, a man who, in his mind, should be praised at all locations.
Indeed.
Here in this match, Edge is beloved by the crowd. This is not that SummerSlam crowd that I was speaking of earlier.
No.
And this crowd wants Edge to win the King of the Ring once again. However, when he goes for the spear,
Mm-hmm.
Dinsmore is able to dodge and use Edge's own momentum from hitting the ring post, roll him up. He doesn't do anything flashy or special or extra.
No broken halo.
Nothing. None of the foreshadowing. This is just the most excellent Lord of the Ring getting to the finals.
Hey.
And that's what he does. Gino Lee Dinsmore punches a ticket to King of the Ring to face off with whomever on the Raw side it will be.
We will find out eventually.
And in our main event here tonight in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and I'm just going to spoil the match. The reason that Edge from Canada lost, the reason that Rene Dupree lost, the reason that Rey Mysterio lost. Now, granted, he's not Canadian, but he's babyface.
Close enough.
The reason they lost is because here tonight in the main event, the defending television champion, Lance Storm, retains and defeats Maven Huffman. However, he has little time to soak in the love of the crowd because JBL comes out and he says, I told you that your stock would fall if you didn't leave here tonight without that title. And I'm challenging you tonight here in Canada, in my home region of New York.
I was about to say, you could have just said state.
Yeah, state. Long Island, New York. Next week on SmackDown, I'm raising the stakes, and it's going to be you, it's going to be me, and I challenge you in a scaffold match.
Yeah.
So for the first time ever in Alpha Entertainment Worldwide.
I'm about to say, WWE ever do a scaffolding match?
No.
WWF?
WWF, WWE, no. It's an ECW staple.
Yeah.
But because of the New York, I'm going to say stereotype, because obviously
I'm about to say one of the
scaffolding,
million.
scaffolding is used in all kinds of construction, but because...
True, but when you go to New York, the scaffolding's kind of everywhere.
And that's the thing, is so that's why I was like, oh, let's raise the stakes here.
Let's put it above a ring and see who falls off.
Yeah, gets knocked off of his high horse there, Lance Storm.
You know what? I'm all for scaffolding match. It's gonna be fun.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, like I said, I wanted Lance's victory to be big because
Be emotional here
because
in the heart of Canada.
the ending is what raises the stakes.
Yes.